Kokasi, you can't get breakfast. That's one. And the main reason why you can't get breakfast is because Hussein, but you are buying the Jogokasi. Twanti ba kobo evergreen stock meaning they don't have time for certain things. So Karno man, this is easy. Rena will have a baki every morning, yeah, whether in a order, in a order. So there's a baki every morning going to evergreens your stock. Whether there's an order or there's no order. We navigate Kasi better than Google. So right there, Kasi. So if I was to shake guys like Bo Uber and Mr. D, then chance I know what's needed, Kokas. Even now, I know what they don't have that I have. Where I want. So we capitalize on that. But warata products Kokas. Why are Dima product Kokas?
Also, you grew SWYPA on top of TEMBISA News.
Yes.
And then you used TEMBISA News to advertise SWYPA. How did the SWYPA idea come? Guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you get to know whenever we're dropping brand new videos. And don't just skip through ads. Watch the ads so we keep the lights on. And then lastly, subscribe so you become a part of our monthly paying members. So we're creating an incredible, interesting community for 2025 for people that are entrepreneurs. And just a minute few community, I think we're still less than 100 private paying members. I want us to do an interesting investment scheme with some of the people that are joining us there. And I want us to do regular meetings during 2025. I've got some great ideas. And some of you guys who are our members, when you do comment, we can see there because you've got that little star on the side of your name. So we can see that you are a monthly paying member. Do send some suggestions there as well on some of the things that we can do in building our investment community with our private members. I've got somebody who started an incredible township brand, just like I started a township brand, just like Utsepo started a township brand called Tsepo, which is blowing up and it's growing like crazy. Just like Upatu started and Drip and a whole lot of other brands out there. He started a delivery service called SWYPA. Mr. Tumza, Shapujang.
Sure, good man.
Froya Kaishajwan. Otherwise, tough for Shaila around the
No, thanks for recognize one on pizza with the brands more fire, so SWYPA. Thanks, good man.
But I'm not seeing SWYPA around the t-shirt. You were wearing it just now.
No, yeah. So this is Zion. So it's a branded tunelang. Our uniforms and everything comes from Zion. It's a local brand. Pusha gig out. So yeah.
Let's give them a nice plug. What type of stuff do they do, and which website or where can people go check them out?
So zioni.co.za. They do jeans, and they've done a lot for a lot of guys, more industry. Yeah. A lot of celebrities are rocking Zion. SA Kaufera. So they pushing and stuff.
TEMBISA.
TEMBISA.
Come on, let's go.
We getting you Zion. We getting you Zion. Yeah, no, we getting you Zion, Hotman. Yeah.
No, I rock local only, and it's always beautiful just to see the local brands grow, you know?
Yeah.
Let's start maybe explaining what SWYPA is for those who don't know what it is.
Okay. SWYPA get delivery service ya Kukasi. So in simple terms, SWYPA is a township-based delivery. So the ultimate goal, what we're trying to get SWYPA is to connect business with people. So we've realized that there was that gap of business Kokasi reaching customers. And then when I say business, it's not just us business Tabodaki. I mean, even your national brands, as long as Kokasi, there's that gap. Yeah, you're getting stuff from the shop to people. So we came into that space to bridge that gap, and so far it's doing good. I mean, Retomile SWYPA with four bikes, and the funny thing, I had to sell Magoko. for me to start the business. And then from 4 bikes, there's now Kisabu, it's a SWYPA. The market alone go TEMBISA, there's over 150 bikes.
Sure.
So meaning that thing ere Tomileng with 4 bikes grew to 150 bikes go TEMBISA. There's a lot of bikes now. And I always look at the bikes to say, wow, this is something we've started and we're not stopping now.
I'm so proud of you, bro. Like, njalo ekishaya around kasi makoko ekphela kasi. I've been spending a lot of time kasi 2024. But unse banchayelo ga rona mo kasi re spanisa swipe. How re Uber Eats re Mr. Tiba rona mo kasi re spanisa delivery service ethu ne tsamo kasi. Ke swipe le kasi di. Rona that's all we use in Tembisa. And that's when I started getting familiar with your work. That was beginning of last year. And then I found out we were actually meant to do an interview since kana kota massive metro lockdown.
Yeah, we tried to connect. I think to me, Shotgun, Flavor, and I was willing to connect us. And then I also tried to connect More Fire into plug into the SWYPA space and see how we can work. Because what we do is get brands like More Fire and then rate Lazekas.
That's what I want us to do.
Yeah,
and that's why you're here. So the entrepreneur. That was my way of getting all those billionaires and millionaires to be on my black book. I invite her for interview.
But it's good. I mean, for nice business.
Yeah, it's for business. So it's a mutually beneficial.
And push it. I mean, we went as far as Soweto. Soweto, the demand was crazy to a point that we had to put it on hold until we get our systems right. The demand was crazy, but Wakukasi they want we far beyond stage sales or but Wakukasi batla only the big brands. No, come with a brand elengore people babona the value in it, then they support. People are supporting us, and I always say half the time re mess up that whole thing by going uneducated into some spaces. But you guys blame me anyone. Utomile More Fire's experience here distribution. So if you go into the market, distribution, beverages, uneducated, no one can blame you because that's the challenge we face. Starting something that's never been done, you bound to flop the buyer. So the catch up would be longer, but the goal is clear. We renka gas, we're taking over gas.
How did it all start?
So I started Neki publications. I started TEMBISA News. TEMBISA News was a competitor to
TEMBISA News was yours?
Yeah.
To TEMBISA?
No, yeah, to TEMBISA.
So it was a competitor to TEMBISA.
To TEMBISA, yeah. I ran TEMBISA News.
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean, influenced it even how TEMBISA looked, because now they had to try and catch up to how we positioned the publication, and then we grew beyond TEMBISA.
Maybe let's not talk about the growth yet. Let's talk about even before SWYPA. Yeah.
Ngondo ya Zara will always be there.
Na khuletse wela mlambo lo lela kanena le di nena le saluni ra ko ndaeni o shopontsha ndaeni mo shimzana leng hangout na le shipa la ndaeni di shebile ntshona langa so da kona le di shebile mthambeka so ko ndaeni shipa tsela o lela kanana le saluni da and then I move ko Sithama kona di shipa tsa ne maurane.
Okay.
So nekula kina le era njalo anstira
Tracy or Mata.
Ledladleng ne rena le siphaza. So na vele riding iqadile da. So it's always interesting who utlwa machita, especially bakasi ya rona gore ba qadile jang. So nqoqele story sa.
So na ke tswa ko Tshepo, so ledladla Mauledi time ko Tshepo, and then they got divorced. Ra movela to Habo Mauledi ko Mtheo. So I moved from Tshepo, movile I think niknale boma 6-7. And then kaya ko Mtheo, I spend a lot of my time ko Mtheo, and then until to a point mo eleng gore ke boela ko Tshepo. Now ke busa ke span because ke thomile TEMBISA News ke le ko Mtheo, but because of space I can remember I needed to set up office ko Ntlung. So the space ko Mtheo Nesa allow for me to get a setup nyane fresh, and then ka movela ko Tshepo, then that's why I've been living komtheong Tshepo. It got used to being out here both sides.
Yeah, scan now Lamlambo Hospital View, view le welas.
Because Pampiri tomile komtheong, but because of the space, then ka movela ko Tshepo. We started TEMBISA music pushes there, pusher.
When was this?
2011.
Okay.
Yeah, and even how we started the publication, TEMBISA News. It's a story on its own.
Sure.
Ratomile Pampir Kisnazaga. Zaga as in 00. And then here I am wanting to start a publication. Publication, print. You need to pay designers, you need to pay journalists. I tell you, Kirane. Publication for 3 months, not print. So we would make stories, we design for 3 months, because we got one client, he'll come back to me, nearly some company go Cape Town, he'll come back to me after 3 months because we like what you're pushing. And then but you already said it's all because of the content, because Nerefa a filia magazine, but Swagukasi started liking that. Then we got the first deal. That company after 3 months, so we sold Pampire Siong, but because already it was running as an online thing. Nana back then 2011 running an online publication. And then we got the first line. Client I'll pay upfront for 3 months. So that upfront for 3 months was enough for one publication. So now it means I owe that company 2 more publications, but at least necessarily a product to sell. Nernali Pampira, I can then go Usengitsu and knock on doors. And then the rest was history, because after that one publication we got adverts. And then the second, the third was easy for us to run. So means Koloti, anyone. And then from there we grew Raitola Rebula, another publication, Clayville Express.
Oh, Clayville Express, Leona Neleao.
Clayville Express was mine.
This man has been hustling.
Then I pushed Kaya Daviton. Daviton Express was also mine. So the idea was simple. Eyakodi Kasing, give them publication that talks to Batuakasie. And then we also did the outdoor advertising through the trailer. Headache, all of those things. Because to have one of the trailers as our advertisers. Yeah, we started then doing that. We got clients, and at some point I know Nekinale about 30 the trailer running national. So yeah, we moved from there. And then from all of that experience, Kiona a building and SWYPA. Because SWYPA was me looking at, it's not even a gap per se, but it was me looking at what the companies advertising on the paper, the shotaka. There's a reason why someone advertises, because you want to reach a certain market, you want to reach a certain viewer. So, Karnoman, we've been profiling the same thing where you bringing billionaires. So I took that route. Everyone only more Neremo profile. So Nernale segment where we profile business fair. So it had that strong ownership because the club no profile to him. So I took the same people. Kaba approacher, you're in the food space. I've been profiling you. Let's call to reach market. Kinale a platform, I'll just buy food from you and extra charge. I mean, we onboarded everyone for free, and then at some point, first month of us running SWYPA, demand was crazy. Maybe Nekinale about 60 outlets wanting to be part of SWYPA, and you could imagine this is something that's never been done. Go any kasimo mumzanzi. So the excitement of there's a launch date of something like, first day we crashed the system. We crashed the system because we used WhatsApp. First day, I remember Kabuma 2-3, we had to stop taking orders because we can't. We ran for 2 3 days. After a week running SWYPA, we had to close. And this thing it's too much. And right now we thought it was gonna be something easy. Spool, get tablet, you attend orders. To me will call restaurants to place, and then you get drivers, they deliver. It was supposed to be easy, but now it got technical. There's payments that needs to be done right. There's the delivery itself needed to be done right. And at the time, skills our driver scooter mumzanzi. It's something I think Hona know slowly we're getting used to that. So at the time I started the guys scooter, but it didn't sit well with me. I mean, I remember cutting those guys 2 weeks in it. This thing, I had to learn to ride a bike myself. And then I tell you now, Spuda, since Kitomile SWYPA, I've trained more than 150 people to scooter from Tembisa, Soweto. Ka skill sale or na had to ke wile. Ke jile bike, ka ban le di bike tsele go garage ka hlola ke bike. Ka tshwara scooter, ka boya. Yeah, but from there, everyone that came, that was an employee ko SWYPA training like in. Funny enough, from that experience how I won, it was that scooter. So yeah, we pushed Kukasi, and then we moved to Soweto.
Why the move from Tembisa News to SWYPA? And
Okay.
did you shut down Tembisa News? What happened?
Tembisa News was not really shut down. At the time, business are not from government. So there was a time when the government had to stop advertising on the paper, and to run the publication was, so I had to take a decision to say, hey, this I'm putting on hold. In business, business and I always say business that can make it, because tomorrow there's still that gap. There's no other publication since Circuit. You understand? It's been 2 years go Soweto. If I tell you the demand ya go Soweto, you'd be shocked. It's been 2 years go Soweto. But it's crazy. Everyone still wants us to. They want SWYPA. They being deliberate to SWYPA itlo rana mo Soweto. And for now, hey, that's big, because it means renale a product telling it needs to be worked on and done right to go to spaces. I got to learn or nakongo take a pause. I wanna Tembisa News ne rana so. Final day, the day before publication, on pressure. So you do everything can go on to a point there now you get sick. And then someone said, I wonder when you get to that point, if it means some vow and let everything equal, because if it's going to hurt you, your health, there's no tomorrow to run it. But just compromise at that one day, come back refresh. So it's more of that. We took a break to make sure we do it right. And then, I mean, Tembisa News grew SWYPA. SWYPA, it's a big brand.
Also, you grew SWYPA on top of Tembisa News.
Yes.
And then you used Tembisa News to advertise SWYPA. How did the SWYPA idea come?
It was to connect people, and because I'm more onto the advertising space, so obviously Pampiri, you're selling advertising, but you must give people the value. You must understand, or a billboard, what value is that billboard playing to the guy who on the board. It must not just be Kenya billboard, demo fire, and then that's it. Over to another client, Kenya billboard, and that's it. It must go beyond. I've never done anything just or a newspaper advertise you done. I went as far as Rikense advert on the paper. How do we support that business? It reach so that babone the value. It's not just pampiri e reachitse ko ntlung, but can that person adule fatshe a bona hore ya through SWYPA I got X amount of clients. That's when the idea of SWYPA came. But we can get into market numbers we can do live. If I tell you business sa ko kasi ne ke checkile in the morning kinale business ke sa ba le nationals, because national re gona ba eletsa bo ma 300-400k annual through SWYPA. So the local guys, they able to make boma clipper 150 through SWYPA, and that's a lot of money. Kokasi on average you hire or buy side quarter boma 3-4 people. Or through SWYPA I'm able to cover salaries and stuff. So that's the value now I'm pushing. We more now focus on data. How do we utilize data as SWYPA? At some point in a post on Facebook, go hostel they've been buying meat for the longest of time, but abana data of how long the meat takes, for instance. Guess namela scoot I go now if give or target or something I'll sharp scooter give vice mo fa ke bona hore direction e dinkang ke jwang e thabela ke batho ba jwang. I'm more of understanding the clientele. Wa bona o saying ke fihla hore o tseba SWYPA a o tsebe nna. You know what's the funny thing? O delivele motho a re ke tseba boss ya SWYPA. Now that makes me happy. Yeah, antse ba re tseba boss ya SWYPA. It means one of the drivers who fihlile re ke boss. That's good. Yeah. So coming back to taba ya ko hostel. Hostel, I was able to tell them, your meat takes exactly 15 minutes to prepare. Normally, I can go ko hostel two steak, say ready. Those guys, when I give fluke with this, I went, I came back, maybe 3-4 days. This meat took 15 minutes every day. So it's data. They can use then kausani to train staff or sifuna umuntu omusha mengahlala 10 minutes we ropile mengahlala 20 minutes ishile uyabona. Through SWYPA we able to do that. We able to, because there's days, different days re advertise are different. We know horka Tuesdays people like this kind of food, so we use the data to push such. So it's more of data driven than anything. That's why it's maybe Rajaha is people, those businesses where you sell today, you make your millions tomorrow. But unfortunately, Arena, I've learned to realize, or it's not that kind of business. It's a brand that needs to be built. A long-term vision. The challenge you must make Zara Fandag, school fees, lights, but it's tricky balancing the two, and the long-term vision. Yet you're running the one thing.
Yeah, a lot of people, they don't have that patience.
Yeah.
When I tell people it's 11 years later, it's like, nah. That's not the idea of business that you guys think it is. This is long term that we're building.
Yeah. If you want to push a strong brand, I've realized. It was easy to make quick buck. Because definitely there's orders, but then you as you go about it, you then learn getting the product right, understanding where your money is. That takes time. When we started, it was easy money. Delivery, baupatala for the delivery, that's your money. But as you go about it, the focus here, the brand is more, because you are now focusing on how do I make money? How do I bring commercials onto this product? How do I make sure this product without me can still run. And give you deliberate from onset. It's a business. Push from when we started. If you can check out the branding of SWYPA, I had to think of color. Or maybe at some point Neki gets a superstar Vodacom. I chose a color which brands are big. What color? Baby said color is wrong. It's got computer so that when they put us there, they can identify us get the color. That's how I even got to choose a color. That's why I get it's more of me knowing in long term the brand will be bigger than what it is now. That's why I restore. The challenges are there, but I restore.
Why the name SWYPA?
So SWYPA, we are more of a Fintech company. So SWYPA is more talking to the payment system that we're trying to build. Because if you really look at what SWYPA is doing, we're running bank SWYPA. If you really wanna look at channel, if it's someone 150 annually. So remember, when you buy a quota, how do you circulate money? How does money get to the quota guy from the pocket to the customer? And then how do you there's bikes, there's one. So SWYPA came from there. We're running a system upon delivery was SWYPA. So that's how the name came about. Yeah. So you order, Ofitla or SWYPA. Find the landscape is changing a bit. Even us, we are adapting to payment systems. We are adapting to how the landscape takes shape. Because the mobile money is the new money now. But this thing ya cash, this thing ya the cards. So we want an easy payment solution. Once you get the payment system right, insane all the red flags, but as soon as you get it right, the space ya kokas, you're solving a lot of things kokas.
How did you know, or how do you know what to charge? How?
It took some doing in understanding product. Re charge 20 rand.
Because omong deliver like MONAGENG, omong ko khatlamping, omong ko view, omong ko vosmos, omong ko mthambeka, mara omong a shape order ko peshli. Kapo omong a shape order ko Clayville ka rask a gaufile view. And then bese gene nye order yale was kanjani ukuthi distance engangicharge kanjani ezocover petrol kanjani.
And rena re shapa ka flat rate. Re thoma ne
charge
flat
chalk. Rate. Okay.
Ne ke charge chalk. So you're not making money, and then because kamo utlhagatlagantsha ke di order dingata, you get the excitement. There's business. Khanti, you're not really making money because you're not understanding your product well. Onano, I can tell you on average, you spend 5 rand on petrol for every order. This goes to all of the guys. I can. That's why the power of data. I can tell it can take more than 15 minutes anywhere to make a delivery. So I can even track you. If you are late, you can't be more than 30 minutes late. Because from point A, the longest you go buy Nando's, go Becheka, Swiss, go view. So we run the pricing. Okay, if I'm to pay driver from that same delivery fee, I rent petrol, I rent the money I must be paying the guys by call center. What am I left with? Am I comfortable to say this is enough? To a point, I mean, we bought 20 bikes 3 years back. So I'm moving away from SWYPA owning bikes. We're not a bike delivery company. I got to learn to look at bike scooter. Ona nunga utlatlamulela bike. But get stress. It's stress you don't want. You want to be focusing on getting the payments right. I know the value order A1. How much do I need to pay SPU for me sharp for customer to also be okay with service SWYPA? So I'm moving to getting independent drivers. But at the time, that's why I'm totally in time thing. It's important. At the time we started SWYPA nosna scooter kokas. There's 150 bikes. Instead of me sitting, competition is big. I must now check or I must appreciate, or now there's 150 bikes. Why buy more bikes when there's 150 bikes? Let me utilize these 150 bikes to my advantage. Because ginale platform, why go spend millions on buying bikes when I could be spending millions on getting the system right? To a point now recently, that's why we shift in servers, we changing the app. There's an app in Play Store, but it's not active because we're moving to a new app. Re partner really an IT company to make sure we get things done right. So there's a company where Tick IT. Re partner really so that if SPU abatla kenya more fire onto the platform, it's easy to integrate the APIs to your website with the APIs to SWYPA. How do we integrate payments? How do we do split payments? I don't want to kausani SPU am phonele au patalanga for la makota tate drive. No, everything must be automated. So there must be split payments. And order comes barbatla more fire. Immediately you'll get your money. Customer updates for more fire. You get your money, I get my money, driver gets his money. Everything is automated. So that's the type of system that we're trying to build. Over the years, there's been a lot of people to a point Buddha ke bone ka re man ke tlela batho plan.
Yeah.
So at some point it felt like through SWYPA I get to plan, because now we got this product on the small space TEMBISA that now everyone wants national. I've got the inbox. Some I seated to with the little info I could give. Or if you wanna run a delivery, say 1, 2, 3, you can do. But because I didn't have the right system, I couldn't do it myself. So now it's me who wants to go full on. We're doing SWYPA good events in now. So that's, you see, we're changing shape how you view SWYPA. But SWYPA everything move to a point the events you must be ordering Moloko eventing through SWYPA and then get relax, enjoy the show. Rena sponsor nice to make sure we move things right forward. So that's the end goal. Get things moving kokas. There's something we've introduced this year where Renaldi Baki, it's a rediviser. I didn't have to go buy the Baki, so I partnered with Mautana Lindi Baki to say there's a challenge. Mauti buy Sandi quarter. Kokasi, you can't get breakfast. That's one. And the main reason why you can't get breakfast is because Hussein, but you buy Sandi Jogokasi. So until buy Kobo evergreen stock, meaning they don't have time for certain things. So Karno, man, this is easy. Rena will have a baki every morning. Yeah, whether in a order. So there's a baki every morning going to evergreens your stock. Whether there's an order or there's no order. So I made these guys understand the bigger picture. Or there's no order today, but there might be 10 orders tomorrow. So you either come in, you're gonna have a day more rananka loss, but when the gains are there, they're going to be big. I mean, you work for 2 hours, so total 10 orders, recharge 100 rand, you've made 1,000, got 2 hours. That's a lot of money. So now, gradually, it's growing. People, Baba Paisandi Kota, they're starting to order from us. So now, going back to data, I understand better now how the product e pushwang ko kasike. I know Rojiwa Russian effing, ka quantity effing, meaning I can then go direct to Rika, I can then go direct to Meatmania to say, go Kasi, this is the product you need to be pushing more than any other, because there's proven record. Ya Rojiwa Kota ya Palone say, Kiona is strong. So we hauna nix re etsang re no eletsa just. So wa bona re etsa ga re ke delivery, but at the back of our mind we're trying to see hore where's the money in the whole thing. How do we make sure hore we get commercials into the whole space? And yeah, it's tough, but we'll get it right.
I love the mindset. You did say earlier on it's like our own bank.
Yeah.
Or your own bank. I'm saying our guy Kenya Lena because I'm part of the community at TEMBISA.
Yeah.
And I'm part of the South African community at large. Banking and regulation go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Government is very strict as far as that space is concerned.
Yeah.
FSP or regulation about Baizis, and how's that going?
That's why you have to do it right, partner with the right people in the space. That's why Kovotsa have partnered with a IT company to make sure the system is right. Now, there's another partner, unfortunately, because it's not done.
Yet.
I don't want to jinx it, but they are regulated, Cabo, PASA. So, because PASA would be, in our space, would be the biggest one. And then setting where you can get away with, because it's an easy thing here. Customer pays, you put it into the SWYPA account, then SWYPA transferred to where it needs to go. Ever an easy process when you start, but as you grow, you can't be doing. It's more of a cheat of the system, but as you grow, it will catch up with you. So that's why we're partnering with company, it's a payments company, and then they provide what we want to a point to make sure they twig it or accommodate kasi. Kasi the challenge is one. Spuda how by kota na kongwa ba stock in excess. Stock enough who pusher for today. So if nakitswere your money, you still need to shelter for circulation. So or and loft busy you need to have money or speed or more loaves. And one of the beauty gas swipe or now farm to the order to buy in a day. I fell order more and now almost stockela or restock a swipe. So you but no customer ema rebots or barba say stock was a sort of swiper still. So one of that person didn't have to close before never kwala have let's get stock or kwala shop. Why I unamela the taxi come back kona bula. Yeah, serabula. Whereas now you don't have to close. Or feel like a stock or no, you call swiper still. You restock. So one of the circulation your money still with us. You can reuse it still on the same platform because the ultimate goal korupa is a code. Ya urukwale shop or lose I mean to move or spend that taxi young evergreen you spend because by trying to use a Uber taxify you spend 2 clip to go and come back because you wanna do it quick. But that 2 hours a week we're saying so lose it 2 clip so you are 400 down. Whereas if usakwala it means you are 400 up. ka SWYPA. So we've saved you money, we've saved you time, we've saved your reputation as well. So that's what we do, Spuda. Re thusa business tsa ko kasi. In a nutshell, if you ask me or SWYPA SWYPA it thusa business tsa ko kasi to run. Yeah.
And on your database currently, how many kasi businesses do you have on your platform?
We have TEMBISA alone, there's 75. And then Soweto, because we had to put it on pause, but it was on 60. Kisabale the national.
So you're also doing national?
Yeah, we do everyone.
So how do you deliver outside of the province?
No, the national franchises, we deliver the food for national franchises.
Oh,
KFC,
yes.
Chicken Licky, Nando's. We deliver for those guys.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a bit tricky because everything but referral to head office. So we found a way to work around system getting onboarding your Nando's, your Chicken Licky without the headache. Sometimes you just have to find a way around certain things. Yeah.
And then how do you charge?
Okay.
And
so
you've already told me the idea behind charging.
Yeah.
But for an end user, the customer, how much would, and as I was saying, from one point to the next, how much would the delivery cost me? And would the delivery rate be comparative to the actual product that I'm buying? Or is it affordable?
It's not even about. So we had to check, how do you move around Kasipel? If you were to go buy a quarter yourself, you'd need unamele taxi, wait, unamele taxi, that on average will cost you $35-40. So we said, no, we'll work around that and then provide a system. So recharge, there's two rates. And the rates I'm trying to promote local more than the national franchise. I charge 40 per delivery around Kasi for the business sako Kasi, the quarter, namahlo, and then 50 kabong. That one must always be higher so that we encourage people to buy sako Kasi more than anything. So more 40, it's us having to cover the petrol expense, the driver's salary, the call center as well. So we able to push because Harry checker the scale is balanced so how much you spend co-taxing versus, that's why different areas would respond differently to SWYPA. Another area would see SWYPA as expensive, another area would see SWYPA as cheap. Because when you think about it, I was shocked. Taxi about 10 rand. So kokasi taxi local kiboma 13. So you can see the difference. Because it's different. So you must balance but still have one product and then have one rate would accommodate the kasi kaofela. So that's the plan we go kayona. Because we're launching for national renally the kasi 23 the target, and then 23 or retarget it's based on questionnaire how do we charge relata kasi based on numbers. We start there kasi in population a buyer. It means in more chances are people ordering versus kasi population enyani. It means kasi enyani people can walk to wherever, and then the variety is at the minimum. I mean, Soweto oka reach about 200 local businesses to oka supplier, but unale kasi engwe maybe ko Limpopo kasi nyane o thola batho ba baisang le dikota by 4. There's no need for SWYPA to go into that space because it means only demand of that kind of a service. So 23 ke bala dikasi tse the famous kasi tso di tsebang gore ko bo Natal ke bo Mlazi ko bo Botshabelo bo you get the idea. Yeah, but mostly di mo Gauteng because a lot of that kind of business makes sense mo Gauteng.
It's an interesting space. And do companies like Bo Uber Eats, Bo Mr. Delivery, give you a headache? Or you don't even look at them, you don't even see them as competition, you're focusing on what you guys are doing?
The biggest focus is on what we're doing, but we can't ignore such guys coming into space because there is space. I mean, SWYPA it created a trust. Ko ka sino ka trust story. Hey, wena ku fe dijo tsa ka as a restaurant owner batla mpatala or u trust hore customers will pay wabona, but we've built that trust. But ba tseba ra dijo di tlo odiwa di tlo patala. And then bona they came after. Wabona, you've done all the groundwork tswenya. You've done it for them, but you then get to learn or a business ke business. You can't be comfortable in one space, and we navigate kasi better than Google. So right there kasi. So if I was to shake guys like Bo Uber and Mr. D, then look for le chance kokas. I know what's needed kokas. Even now, I know what they don't have that I have. Where I want. So we capitalize on that. But warata products akokas. Why dima product akokas? Why I want. So we capitalizing on that. The goal arena it's beyond what the service eba offer and lebona, but we will get it right.
But it's beautiful and exciting when you see big brands. Lena, it's the same.
Yeah.
I always say the same thing. But the way we sell our product and the way we connect with the consumer is different.
It's different.
And no matter how much money they can have, they can never communicate the way we do.
Yeah.
You know? So instead of your baukai headache, it's more of a, it's more exciting.
It's exciting
than you seeing them as competition. It's also exciting that your brand is playing in that space with big brands.
And vice versa, because Luena ya shape into making things right. Because what's about flopping and battle man.
Yeah.
So I want vice versa, you must Luena check or a polished SWYPA looks like this. Because we want a polished Uber Mr. D again. Then you come back, mix what you sing with what you know. Then another product that's bigger than them. Yeah.
And but if they started having conversations with you, not necessarily buyer, but for collaborative efforts.
We've had because are really exposed. I think SWYPA got to be exposed more spacing the delivery as a disruptor. So you bound to attract such companies wanting to see Takealot, Mr. D, through collaboration multi-choice. Multi-choice had to come into the space, and then Yartusa Leon at some point. So Leona wanted to see how we can work together. It's an ongoing conversation. Yeah, I mean we took SWYPA from Kokasi Raisa Dubai. At some point we were chasing money go Dubai. So hey, na I appreciate such. To someone it over ntunyane, but Tumza Kokasi moved ko TEMBISA rare flight alo paisa SWYPA Dubai. That's big. It's big because when you come back, also buela Kokasi fela. Now your mind is
stretched.
Yeah. Or actually, this thing mostly you can push a national. There's nothing special. You can do it better. Whatever. So we got to that, but keep pushing for that now.
What's the vision?
Oh, utlo bona SWYPA aeroplane.
Sure. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true, because that's where we're going, right?
Testile. Yeah. I tested a few drones, a few companies go China. We did the live simulations. We did the drop. And then I told them the challenge drones, can they add this, can they add that? It's a matter of Zara for certain things, and how we run things, maybe the right partnership as well. I could decide not to be a drone company, but get the right people to bring in drones. I mean, it's crazy. You can drone you one go TEMBISA or Hlansa, but everyone ubatlan to land we've tried a lot of things like electric cars. That's why the timing, if the timing is not right, certain things won't happen. The electric cars, it's a spaceship. There were these electric cars, but the battery laster. So it's because for that product, I saw because I've seen Spa after reuse those electric cars, they also started using them. But the challenge is battery. Now I must be on the road for 8 hours. So if will last 8 hours, within a month necessity deteriorate, say last 4 hours. Now a parked bike is loss of income. But that's why the market is going electrical, is going drones, but are the drones company ready? Because I saw in Twitter, and so there's gonna be unamela matata batho le bona ba so tseba ba so e test pela isona le venture it must be on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bona maybe I testile ka ra I2 I3 nyana and then to me why abuse because ko kasiba order. Suddenly, I drone. We see the 150 momo.
Yeah.
So that's the challenge. Yeah, but we in that space and ras explorers, Buddha. It's unfortunate. Say where they look easy. Or it's a drone. Now we are such things. But drone, we won't even drone. It's just the propeller, battery, but. We have to go to China to source. We have to go India to source systems. We have to go California to get drones. On things selling or man, I feel or guy produce a drone. We can have our own Iran. On the regulations because now license, the pilot license because it's commercial. You can't fly it on certain areas. That's why we are far, but yet there's that gap. It needs to be bridged before certain things.
Would you sell?
I don't know. I don't think a product to sell to a point where I guess in hand that much.
Would you be open to investors though?
Yeah, investment is that's why I can really Dubai to sell,
raise money.
To raise money, to sell the idea of SWYPA, or there's this product and there's this market. We know the market better than anyone, and we want 1, 2, 3. The conversation has changed from what I wanted 2 years back at Dubai to what I want now. And I think it's a thing every year. It's a build up. The nice thing is SWYPA. There's something new happening because I always try to add something new every month. I set your own boardroom to yourself. Yeah. Reflect or Mara. This month rent is so. And then there's this thing I introduce. How do I introduce that? And then it's exciting, man. It's exciting to be in that space. It's exciting. Yeah.
You're a game changer, Kokasi, and even Mzansi. I'm very proud of you, bro. I'm glad that finally we got to meet and chop it up. I'm looking forward to our collaboration.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to, Mofa and SWYPA launching.
Yeah.
Not only got TEMBISA, but it'll be a nice place to start. And wherever you grow to, it'll be nice to grow with you because Lorona, we are a national brand, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you, Ataka. Congratulations with everything you've achieved.
Thanks for the space. Thanks for the space. Yeah, I appreciate such. I mean, any mileage we get to let people know about our brand, I'd appreciate.
And then how do people find it, people that are watching now? Yes, some might not be able to access it now yet, but maybe just to check it out, to check out what we're talking about.
Okay. I know there's SWYPA on Play Store. I to encourage people to download that yet.
Because we've got a new one coming.
We have a new
version,
one coming,
right?
Yeah. And then January tabeli up and running. That's definite. And then, but for now we use WhatsApp. WhatsApp Berna is effective. We got to master the WhatsApp system. So it's 079 572 1385. The number again is 079 572 1385. Yeah, so you just send hi ko WhatsApp. There's the Google Forms still will take you through everything. But if you wanna be part of SWYPA or join as a company, you can still send us or a company that needs a delivery service. We charge zero. I charge anyone to on board. So sign up Mofa.
Mofa is already in. Yeah.
We are charging anyone to on board because the value SWYPA is making money through the customer that needs products. So the more I have products on the platform, the more I have value for my customers.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then does SWYPA have its own social media platforms?
Yeah, we are SWYPA delivery on all socials. TikTok, X, Facebook. We mostly active on Facebook. Maybe going forward, I need to start be more active on all socials.
Yeah. You have to,
Yeah.
So that's SWYPA, SWYPA.
SWYPA.
Or SWYPA.
Yeah, SWYPA. Yeah.
Dumza Tao Teaka, looking forward to growing with you and seeing you grow and become, like what you've started. I loved what you said exactly earlier. You're a fintech company, you're a bank.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Already people that understand what you're saying get you. I'm one of them. I get you. And I'm with you, and I want to grow with you. I'm very proud of you, man.
I want to interview Felix
Danko. Tiko. Umlilo.
Thanks, Buddha.
Last words, Kasida, and some of our hustlers and viewers. Look at the camera. Yeah. What would you like to say to also our young dreamers out there?
Yeah. I mean, we start ka nothing, so you got nothing to lose. If unale plan your business, now my advice to anyone is to do it right. Researcher, scale is important blind when it comes to business. We've done the business sakukasi wrong for the longest of time. It's time we change. How nobula ndawo ya kota fela for the sake ya uje. You must now have a vision or gibula kota ilungore tlaba go di modeling kai. So the mindset must change. So research and make sure you do things right. That's the advice I could be giving to anyone.
And then lastly, I'd like for you to speak to yourself 20, 30 years from today. I'm going to send you this video to an older version of yourself. An old man watching this video 20, 30 years from today. What would you like to say to that man? And everything is achieved.
You've done it, Tumza. That's all. You've done it, Tumza.
Tumza Meauti, Yasekaslam Yabo.
Thanks, Buddha.
I'm looking forward to rocking his own.
Izayon. Today. So kufaka izayon.
So to operate from Boma Limindlela, ne?
Yeah, a station, Limindlela train station.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Hayi Kaslam zayicava. Niyazi Okmo, niyazi Limindlela, niyazi Lerala, niyacava ama station asekasi. Mina I'm looking forward to kuspanisana no Dooms and grow my brand eKaslam TEMBISA more fire. Congratulations, 2025 is the year.
Definitely.
See you guys on the next video. Danko.